on July 7th, 2022. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the June 9th monthly meeting?
So moved.
I'll step down in second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all is in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the June 24th meeting?
So moved.
I'll step down in second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all is in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Reading the correspondence. The financial conditions, the operating budget to actual balances. The income for the fiscal 2022 is $3,503,619, with expenses at $3,166,863, which is 89% of our budget expenses. Outstanding water receivables as of June 30th is $70,286. The month's commitments are $34,264, and the water receivables for the month were $31,421. Is there a motion to accept the financial reports as presented?
So moved.
I'll step down in second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all is in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Is there a motion to approve the expenditure warrants as presented?
So moved.
I'll step down in second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all is in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Supplemental budgetary transfer request. Is there a motion to transfer $29,973 from the outside contractor budget line to the water meter service line?
So moved.
I'll step down in second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all is in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Is there a motion to transfer $16,721.90 from the chemical line budget to the treatment maintenance line?
So moved.
I'll step down in second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Is there a motion to transfer $2,744.04 from the chemical budget line to the building maintenance supply line?
So moved.
I'll step down in second. Any discussion? Hearing none? Any discussion?
Jump the gun.
All right, hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Hey, that's better. Is there a motion to transfer $2,342.08 from the chemical line budget to the hydrants fitting main line?
So moved.
I'll step down in second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Is there a motion to transfer $3,540.32 from the chemical line budget to the SCADA computer line?
So moved.
I'll step down in second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all is in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Is there a motion to transfer $74.52 from the chemical budget line to the rental hydrant line?
So good. So moved.
I'll step down in second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all is in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Is there a motion to transfer $1,696 from the chemical line budget to the lagoon cleaning line?
So moved.
I'll step down in second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all is in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. All right, encumbrances. There are 2022 special articles that we're encumbering to use in the fiscal 2023. Is there a motion to encumber $17,072.85 for upgrades to the district property located at 527 Somerset Ave?
So moved.
Step down a second. Everything together? Or just?
I guess you could do it all at once.
All right, is there a motion to encumber $15,000 for the district audit?
So moved.
I'll step down a second. Is there a motion to encumber $3,500 for the valve exercise program?
So moved.
I'll step down a second. Is there a motion to encumber $15,000 for SCADA upgrade?
So moved.
Step down a second. Is there a motion to encumber $51,797.56 for the meter replacement program?
So moved.
I'll step down a second. Is there a motion to encumber $24,000 for the office renovations?
So moved.
I'll step down a second. Is there a motion to encumber $88,967.73 for the MIU maintenance contract?
So moved.
I'll step down a second. Is there a motion to encumber $435,819.47 for the Cedar One replacement project?
So moved.
I'll step down a second. Any discussion on these motions? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. The superintendent's report.
Okay. So we did buy some meters, some of that encumbering was in, not encumbering, transfers were part of that. From chemical, the chemical bid's out and it is mostly double what it was last year. Yeah,
Mhm.
about.
Yeah.
So that line is gonna get destroyed this year. But we were able to do some things within this year's budget, as you just rambled on, with all the transferring, with buying pumps, upgrading a lot of the stuff, in there, the pumps. That's pretty much done for now, maybe one more pump, but we did it all last year within our budget, which was great. All the filters are done, all the pumps are new. But then you obviously have your maintenance and stuff, but it looks like much of our budget's gonna be spent on electricity, chemical, everything's gonna go through the roof this year, so we figured on purchasing some of the stuff through this year's budget, which was very convenient, because I don't think we're gonna have to come to this issue. So, with that said, the meter program. I'm gonna start purchasing more meters. I have a number and I can't remember it. I think it's gonna cost us somewhere just over, I wanna say it was $328,000 or something like that, 330, something like that. But how much did I purchase?
50,000. Oh,
Within-
actually 60.
Yeah, so we were able to buy about $60,000 worth through last year's budget, which you read off, which is great, and we have,
Yep, 88,000.
and then another,
51.
so we have about 130,000 within, which we had from last year, which we just encumbered. So it's not gonna be as big of a hit as.
Well, we're using some money from last year's budget to purchase.
About $180,000, $200,000 from last year, so we'll have to come up with the rest, which is, let's say, $150,000. We just have to come up with a game plan on how we're gonna change the money. Are we gonna hire somebody, or are we gonna try to do it piecemeal here? How quickly we wanna get it done? So we'll have to have that discussion, probably not tonight. That's for them. Everything else is going pretty good, so far so good. Pumping's been even, very even. I think we pumped about just under 3 million less this year than we did last year. But again, that goes back to the leaks that we found, and it's pretty much like clockwork here. The irrigation stops at 8 on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We get slammed for that 3-4 hours when we get in. We kind of hold the line, it goes down, and then about 8:05 you can see it go.
It's starting to recover.
It's
Yeah.
absolutely like clockwork here, and it's been very manageable. And the filters we just have a really good system going. That's, the wells recover better, and it just runs so much better.
What's up with Cedar One?
Cedar One, Chuck is come in here and give you guys an update. So I will have him come in next meeting and give you an update on that. Waiting on Chuck.
Is it offline?
No, it's a new Cedar one.
Oh,
Cedar one rear. Cedar one rear is, it's already, they got the casings in, we need it to be built. They did some specs on the building, the back building, they were concerned about the size of it. But it came out, it's gonna be okay for the all the electrical work and have everything transferred into that building from the front building. We gotta get rid of that front building because it's falling apart. It's gonna be repiped into the system. Cedar one, the new well is, we're allotted 119 gallons a minute out of that well per year, in the year, throughout the day, 119 gallons per minute, basically. So, we don't pump it all day, every day long, so it's relative. The new Cedar one rear was the new pumping, it'll do 655 gallons a minute. We'll never be able to get that because of our registrations, 119 gallons a minute.
oh,
But it did come back at 655 gallons a minute, which is incredible. It's the best well we have in town.
and that's online?
No. It doesn't help the plant any, but it will help the other ones.
How's the boys online? A
Two,
year?
Yeah.
two, way things are going.
We gotta wait on the driller and the pump people and then the engineer. So,
Everything is. Everybody wants to work.
so I'll see the one, I'll get him in on the next meeting. I did talk to DEP on Brook Street. DEP highly recommends that we start an analysis, water compatibility analysis. They're gonna recommend, they don't recommend it, it would be good, behoove us to do that before we spend some money, which we have time. I've talked to Scott. Scott's gonna write us something up. We're gonna do a compatibility, the way the DEP, they'll be in touch with DEP and cross all our, dot all our i's and cross all our t's on that. So we have to do that. But no one really sees a giant issue, but it has to be done. Besides that, they have the Q&As.
All right, so Somerset Brook Street well, we already know, we're waiting on that. Oh, the draft, we did the draft last time, so what status are we in with the contract? Do they already have it? Somerset has
Signed
it.
it, yeah.
Yeah, I know you were gonna take the draft off and let
Yeah,
them know, right? That's all
they
set.
have it, yeah.
And they were fine with it?
When's their meeting? When are they?
You said the fall.
Yeah.
All right, MIU, we already talked about the MIUs. And the outstanding invoices, that was the,
He's working on it, that's the pool company.
yep, all right. New business? Another Grammy? All right, the announcements, next regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners, we'll just plan on the 11th. We're gonna talk to Jason, he does more traveling than us, but. All right, is there any public input?
Yeah, I've got a few questions. The hydrants on Cedar and Main Street, the grass has grown up around them quite a bit. Is that Water District's responsibility or DPW's?
Yeah, well, generally weed whack them, so
Okay.
we'll get on it.
Okay.
I have a lot of vacations lately, so July is usually, June, July, end of June, beginning of July.
I'm not pressing, I'm just
No, I'll get 'em on.
curious. Because I asked Mike, Mike says, I don't know. I
Well,
says,
we-
well,
we
I'm going
take
to
care
meet
of it.
tonight, I'll ask.
We'll take care of it. I mean, unless somebody lives right there and it's in their yard, we'll do it, like you said, Cedar Street.
One of the things we're gonna take a look at, we're talking to Mike, because they have this in Taunton. In Taunton, you own in front of your house. So it's your responsibility, like, if you got a hydrant in front of your house, you're responsible to keep the grass down. You're responsible to shovel around the hydrant so the firemen can get at it. We don't have that in Dighton.
Yeah, the only
That would
ones
help
we're
you
worried about
guys.
is like Tremont and Cedar, because those are the ones with this vast amount of land
Right.
in between hydrants.
Right.
There's not, Smith Street, this, Horton,
Any update on the Main Street project, start date, month, July, August, September?
I mean, we have all of our paperwork in.
Oh, no,
It's just waiting on,
supplies. It's horrendous. The other day, the company that delivers medical supplies, the owner of the company had to do the delivery because he had no drivers. Nobody wants to work.
Nope.
Crazy.
It's crazy. Meter replacement, people been responding?
We're not there yet.
No, in the MIUs, people been, like, a few months ago it was ridiculous, but people are starting to respond to your letters and,
well, we've changed gears. So we're not gonna be using the old meter anymore. It's not reliable.
Changing vendors,
We changed vendors.
okay.
so the 800, yeah, we're totally starting from square one again.
And we're going to a more reputable.
So does that mean I get another meter?
Yep. Well, you know, the MIU, meter stays the same. The brain gets changed.
We're going to a more reputable.
So you're gonna do the whole town? Well, the whole district? Wow.
It's the only way to do it.
And you're gonna do it piecemeal or?
Yeah, we haven't identified it.
Okay.
One will cost more and it'd be quicker, and the other will.
We're trying to get the product in first, to make sure that we have the product.
Okay.
And then once we have the product, then we can kind of figure out if we're gonna get a contractor to do it.
Yeah.
But first, we gotta get the product in.
Okay.
So we used some of last year's budget because we have an overrun in the chemical line, so we were using that to purchase some of them. So that's what we just did tonight.
Okay. No, thank you. Guys are meeting so really quick.
Someone's gonna go. Hmm? Someone has to go.
Still got time.
I know.
What do you got?
Double booking.
Anything else, hon?
No, that's,
All right. It's adjourned.
Wow.
yeah,
I got a minute for you.
okay.
Stay for a minute.
Time goes?
7:45.
It's only like 45 minutes. Not even, probably 40.
This thing.